Welcome to the Pet Expert with certified animal behavior consultant, author, and speaker, Darlene Arden. Darlene, an award-winning author, has been a frequent guest on TV and radio for many years, and now your host with the most useful, up-to-date, and interesting interviews about dogs and cats. I'm Lizette Brody, and here's your pet expert, Darlene Arden.
Welcome to the Pet Expert Podcast. I'm Darlene Arden, and our guest this time is Dr. Rosemary LoGiudice. Oh, I love saying that. I don't know if I'm right, but it sounds wonderful, and it sounds like I should be eating Italian food at the same time.
Exactly.
Oh, Dr. LoGiudice, who I'm going to be calling Rosemary from now on so I won't fall all over my tongue and make an idiot of myself, is a certified canine rehabilitation therapist with nearly 30 years of experience as a veterinarian. So she does it all. And she's going to talk about what she has done. She received her CCRT from the Canine Rehabilitation Institute in Florida and Colorado State University at Fort Collins, Colorado, as well as a certified veterinary acupuncturist. Gosh, I should send my own body over through the Chi Institute for Traditional Chinese Veterinary Medicine. Rosemary, welcome to the Pet Expert.
Well, thank you. It's my pleasure.
Oh, I'm delighted to have you here. What piqued your interest in rehabilitative medicine?
Well, I have to say that, the first 20 years of my practice life was primarily equine practice and working with the equine athletes. Basically, what we were doing as veterinarians is trying to keep those animals healthy and sound and able to function for the work that these horses do, whether it be pleasure riding, racing, or what have you. And it just seemed to me when I heard about the Canine Rehabilitation Institute, which was actually started by one of my veterinary classmates, I thought, well, this is just an awesome area to work in because people don't really think about specific rehabilitation work in animals, whereas it's considered routine in people. You go to a physical therapist when you've got a problem. The doctor refers you there for after surgery. And so to learn more about this and learn ways in which I could help keep animals more comfortable for a longer period of time, having them be sound and healthy and active for longer, it just intrigued me. And I thought, this is something that I want to do.
Well, I love the fact that you're combining traditional veterinary medicine with Chinese medicine, veterinary medicine, and with rehabilitation. Now, what is your practice like today? Is it mostly equine, or do you also have canine and feline patients?
Right now, my practice is primarily canine and feline through Integrative Pet Care. We have 3 offices. I work primarily out of one of our Chicago suburban offices in Hanover Park. So I do primarily dogs and cats at that practice. But then I also work on horses in a separate practice that I have that's animal rehabilitation and therapy. And one of the things that I do probably even more, and we didn't mention it, is veterinary spinal manipulative therapy, which is a form of functional neurology manipulation similar to chiropractic, but with the functional neurology basis to know what it is that you're affecting in the nervous system when you make an adjustment and thereby affect the musculoskeletal system. So that's probably one of the primary things that I do in addition to the rehabilitation services.
That's fantastic. I have friends who are involved in dog sports, and they frequently take their dogs in for what they call a tune-up.
Exactly.
And I think that's wonderful. If you're doing something like agility, not so much with freestyle because that's really healthy for the dogs, but something where they're really pushing to the limit. I understand the dogs feel wonderful afterwards. You can kind of tell the difference in the way the dog is moving and the way it feels. What has your response been like? What are your patients like when they walk in? Are they happy to see you because they know they're going to feel better?
But that's one of the things that's really fun about what I practice now. I don't do any traditional routine veterinary medicine anymore. I only do rehabilitation and spinal manipulation along with acupuncture. And it's fun in this practice that I'm at. I lease space in a regular clinic, so a few of the patients that come to see me also come to the regular clinic for the routine work. And the clients are so funny because they say, it's almost like my dog knows that they're coming to see you because they are so happy to come in the door when they realize they're walking down the hall and not going into one of the other exam rooms. They're coming to get their therapy. And it's just fun to have that aspect of veterinary medicine.
Oh, I think that's fabulous. We are going to break for a minute for a commercial, and we will be right back. In Illinois, veterinarians are embracing an innovative awareness campaign for ovarian cancer and its silent symptoms. Illinois State Veterinary Medical Association members report that pet owners talking about their pet's health often feel comfortable talking about their own health concerns. So, one nonprofit educates veterinary clinic employees and provides information to share. Bring OCSA's veterinary outreach program to your practice in your state. For information, visit ovariancancersymptomawareness.org. That's OVARIanCancersymptomawareness.org. We are talking with Dr. Rosemary LoGiudice about canine rehabilitation therapy, which she does, well, veterinary, I shouldn't even say canine, it's canine, feline, equine rehabilitation therapy, and her work in that field. What do you do with cats? Because I've seen them swimming to lose weight, and is that part of what you're doing with them, or what other things would they come to you for?
I've worked a lot with cats that have had spinal injuries. A couple of cats that have been found on the streets of Chicago and brought into animal care and control, and the Good Samaritans who rescue these cats, hoping to find that there's something that we can do for them to help them regain use of, say, the paralyzed back legs. And so designing therapy programs for cats can sometimes be challenging because unlike dogs that will work usually for treats and for praise, cats kind of have their own mind about what they should be doing, and so you have to make it the cat's idea to do therapy and exercises. So it's a lot of fun to work with cats, and they respond very well to acupuncture and spinal manipulative therapy.
I'm sure they do. I have a feeling my cat would be making an appointment with you if she could find a way to get on a plane and get there. Actually, she could take Mommy's body with her. I would like that, too. Do you find people are coming to you for water therapy? Do you do that as well, or are you not set up for that at that practice?
Yes, we have underwater treadmill at our facilities, and we use that as part of what we call a multimodal approach with therapeutic exercises, neuromuscular electrical stimulation, massage therapy, the spinal manipulative therapy, acupuncture. What I, as a certified veterinary rehabilitation therapist, do, along with my partner, Dr. Arlene Rodriguez, and Dr. Lisa Starr, we actually, we evaluate the animal and determine a therapy plan that will be most appropriate. And many times the underwater treadmill is an appropriate therapy.
Mm-hmm. I think it's fascinating to watch. I have seen this, and I know we don't have a visual with a podcast, but trust me on this. There's probably something somewhere where people can find. Is there something at your website where people can see this?
Oh, you bet. If they want to go to our website, which is integrativepetcare.com, they can see a lot of videos that we have of the animals exercising and in the treadmill, And at our Chicago facility, we also have a pool, a resistance pool, where they can also swim with one of our therapists assisting them as well.
Oh, that's fantastic. We're going to break for another commercial, and we will be right back with this wonderful conversation. It's fascinating. The number of women who are diagnosed with ovarian cancer in 2015 is projected to be 21,290. Approximately 14,180 will die this year as a result. The Ovarian Cancer Symptom Awareness Organization works to expand awareness of the silent symptoms of ovarian cancer so that it can be found early. If ignored, it progresses and is advanced by the time it's discovered. Part of the One Health initiative uniting human and veterinary medicine in a common goal, they are fighting ovarian cancer with animal passion. The Ovarian Cancer Symptom Awareness Organization is a 501c3 charity. Donations are tax deductible. To learn more about their organization and the silent symptoms, visit ovariancancersymptomawareness.org today. That's Ovarian Cancer Symptom Awareness, OVARIanCancerSymptomawareness.org. We're back. And Rosemary, I want to ask you about all the wonderful things that you're involved with, because you're very, very active with all kinds of things. And one of them is the Ovarian Cancer Symptom Awareness Organization. Could you please tell us how you got involved with that?
Sure, I'd be happy to. That's such a great organization, very important. For a period of time, I had left practice, active practice, and had gone to work for the American Veterinary Medical Association and then for the University of Illinois College of Veterinary Medicine. And when I was at the College of Veterinary Medicine, I was also, during this whole period of time, in fact, during my whole career, very involved in the Illinois State Veterinary Medical Association as well. Vali Szymanski came to see me at the university practice in Chicago and got to talking to me about the Ovarian Cancer Symptoms and Awareness Program, and that they were just launching at that time. I think it was back in around 2009. And I just thought to myself, there are so many women that are in veterinary medicine now. Unlike when I went to school, it's more than 50% are women. And I thought, what a great melding of both the people that are in veterinary medicine and this organization that affects so many women, and can we make people aware of the symptoms of ovarian cancer to try and get people to have checkups and recognize the symptoms and possibly nip that cancer in the bud before it spreads, and it spreads so quickly and so easily. So I kind of pointed Valley towards the Illinois State Veterinary Medical Association to kind of spearhead, because one of the things that a veterinarian from Illinois, Dr. Roger Marr, had started working on was the One Health initiative, which is trying to work veterinary medicine and human medicine practitioners together, because veterinary medicine is so involved in preventive health, because so many diseases affect people and animals, and veterinarians are always at the forefront of this. So we kind of joined forces with the Illinois State Veterinary Medical Association, the College of Veterinary Medicine, and veterinarians throughout the state of Illinois to really launch this ovarian cancer symptoms awareness with some great veterinarians, Dr. Kurt Klepich in St. Charles, Illinois, along with Valley. It's been just a wonderful, wonderful organization to work with and to work together.
Well, I think that's great, and it's certainly a springboard for the veterinary outreach program to now work with veterinarians in other states, and it can only be hoped that this will spread throughout the country. I think it's important. But what I found interesting, and I love the One Health concept anyway, but I find it interesting that most clients will talk to their veterinarian about their own health. And my veterinarians are dear friends, but if they weren't, I don't think I would have done that. So it kind of surprised me.
It's really amazing what clients will talk about. When I was in traditional practice and doing horse calls, and what they would talk about of what was going on in their own families, almost like the veterinarian was just part of the family and one of their friends. I remember one person that came to see me one time, and they were saying, boy, I'm just kind of feeling run down and kind of bloated. And this was probably about a year after the OXA, Ovarian Cancer Symptom Awareness Group, had really gotten started in Illinois. Mm-hmm. And it rang a bell with me, and I said, have you gone to the doctor? Oh, I'm too busy. I've got lots of... So, long story short, she did go to the doctor and did have early ovarian cancer, and to this day has been cancer-free, and that's probably been about 6 years now.
Wow, and you saved her life.
Well, just anything we can do to help Mother Nature and help people be on the right track.
But obviously the medical doctors aren't doing what we would hope they would do for that. So the fact that the veterinarians are stepping up through OXA is just remarkable. But thank you for helping get that started. For every woman in the country should be thanking you and thanking Valley for doing it.
Valley has been the spearhead on this, and it's just wonderful what she's been doing.
Oh, amen to that. We're going to pause for another commercial, and we will be right back for more conversation with Dr. Rosemary LoGiudice. Did I pronounce that correctly? We'll be right back. In Illinois, veterinarians are embracing an innovative awareness campaign for ovarian cancer and its silent symptoms. Illinois State Veterinary Medical Association members report that pet owners talking about their pet's health often feel comfortable talking about their own health concerns. So, one nonprofit educates veterinary clinic employees and provides information to share. Bring OCSA's veterinary outreach program to your practice in your state. For information, visit ovariancancersymptomawareness.org. That's OVARIanCancersymptomawareness.org. We're back, and there is more to talk about. I find it so exciting that animals have the opportunity to have basically better therapy than people get. I've seen too many therapists that I know from experience really follow up with humans, but the veterinarians are miles ahead in so many ways. What do you think that human medicine can learn from veterinary medicine in your field?
Well, what I hope is that veterinarians never lose that down-to-earth human touch that it seems like most veterinarians, at least that I know, have. It's a passion what we do in veterinary medicine because you certainly you're not going to get rich doing it, but you certainly help an awful lot of people and animals, and it's rewarding. You can have a good lifestyle, and I think as long as we keep in mind and keep our goal being to help human and animal health, I think that's what keeps everybody going. And not worry about, I have to do 32 appointments today. Let's take care of business and do the best job we can possibly do with each patient.
Oh, that's wonderful. I mean, the nice thing is you do take your time, even though there are so many to get into one day. I have never seen a veterinarian practically drop kick somebody out the door the way a medical doctor will.
And I think it's that personal touch that's what I enjoy about veterinary medicine.
I could not agree more. Your patients are so lucky to have you, and we're so lucky to have had this time to talk with you. Is there anything else you would like the listeners to know?
Well, I just would like them to know that, the veterinarian is here for their pet and a lot of times for human health as well. And that's something that I don't think that veterinarians toot their horn about as much as they should. That we're here for both animal and human health, and it's the only doctor that does that.
Amen. Well, it started with just veterinarians, and then when people moved to the cities, the veterinarians decided they would just treat people, and there it went, and kind of in some ways downhill from there. Veterinarians still have a heart, and that's a wonderful thing. Thank you so much for joining us, Dr. Rosemary LoGiudice, and I wish you only the best. Thank you for everything that you do.
Well, thank you so much, and thank you for having me.
This is Darlene Arden saying thank you for joining us on another episode of the Pet Expert Podcast, with huge thanks to our engineer, John Baldwin, and to my wonderful producer, Lisa Bennett. We hope you'll join us again soon.